Welcome to Tailwind. In today's video, we're going to create a stunning masonry layout using Tailwind CSS. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to build a responsive and visually appealing grid layout like the one you see on the screen now. Let's dive in. Let's start by creating a basic grid layout. We wrap our grid in a div with some margin to ensure it doesn't stick to the edges. Inside, we use the Tailwind classes grid and gridCalls1 to define a single column grid with some gap between items. Next, let's make our grid responsive. By adding smgrid-calls2, we ensure that on small screens and above, our grid will display 2 columns. For larger screens, we want to display 3 columns. We achieve this by adding lggrid-calls3. This makes our layout flexible and adaptable to different screen sizes. Now let's add our first grid item. We use a div with wfull, bggray200, p4, rounded, and shadow classes to style it. Inside, we include an image using the placehold.coapi. Let's add another item to our grid. We simply duplicate the previous div to create a second grid item with the same styling. Adding a third item follows the same process. Each item is styled consistently, creating a harmonious look across the grid. Continue adding more items to fill out the grid. Each item is a self-contained component, making it easy to manage and style. As you add more items, the grid will automatically adjust to maintain the responsive layout we defined earlier. This is the power of Tailwind's grid system. With 6 items, our grid is now complete. Each item is neatly organized and styled, creating a visually appealing masonry layout. And there you have it, a beautiful masonry layout built with Tailwind CSS. We've covered how to use the grid system, responsive columns, and styling elements to create a cohesive design. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest tutorials. Thanks for watching Tailwind.